All right, I have a confession to make. I am bored. I'm bored of a lot of makeup launches. Can I just be honest? I, I'm just, maybe it's not so much boredom, but it's like I am disconnected. I'm just disconnected. Nothing has excited me. I have not really even been curious to scour the new makeup news in this world for quite a while. If you've noticed, I haven't done a will I buy it video in quite a while, which are what I like to call splurge, stock, or save. When I decide if I'm going to splurge and buy an item right away, stock it and wait for a sale, or save my money and just pass altogether. And honestly, maybe it was like subconsciously knowing that staying away from that is just a great way to save money, but I just really have been disinterested. But now I just also feel very like I don't know what's going on in the beauty world, honestly. Like I don't even know. Maybe there's something new, maybe there's something new and exciting, and that's what we're going to go and try to find out today. Hey lovelies, thanks for stopping by. If we haven't met before, my name is Kelly and I'm a professional hair and makeup artist. And here on my channel, I strive to keep beauty real. Real honest, real relatable, and real fun. So if that sounds like something you'd enjoy, don't forget to click subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. Without further ado, we're just gonna dive right in. I thought I would start out at makeup on your radar and we can go from there. So I'm just gonna like scroll down a ways and work my way back up. Like I said, I have been of the loop for quite a while on all things. The one thing that I have been purposely trying to avoid is a lot of fragrance content. I haven't really been doing that good of a job because I'm just always so intrigued. But if you saw my makeup slash beauty goals video, I mentioned that I'm not going to be buying anything until like end of spring, early summer. And so I've just been trying to like not look so that I don't get tempted. But the one thing about not buying right away is sometimes you can catch a sale. I just feel like in the beauty, fragrance, makeup sphere, if you will, launches are happening so fast that brands do sales or put things that are like relatively new on discount sometimes because they're just like constantly throwing something new at us. So I could put something on my wish list and wait for a sale. Okay, so we're gonna start towards like the end of January because I just saw something. I was like, I'm just gonna stop somewhere where there's something that I feel like is worth commenting on. Okay, so Commodity just released candles. Now, if you know me, you will know that I absolutely love a good Commodity fragrance. I have quite a few. Off the top of my head, I feel like I have 4 or 5 full sizes and several travel sizes. So I would probably have more if I, had unlimited funds. But here is the thing. I have such a hard time. Like, I will buy a fairly expensive fragrance from time to time, but to buy a high-end candle, I talked about this in my like final haul video of like what I had purchased, I think last year, because I got a candle for free, a high-end candle for free. And I was like, this is gonna be fun, but I would never pay this money. So these candles, 24 ounces. Now, how big is that? Okay, I still have this one sitting here from Bath & Body Works. These are 14.5. Okay, so that's actually a pretty decent size candle. At any rate, they are 24 ounces, 85 bucks. When you burn candles, you are literally lighting your money on fire, and I just have a hard time. I just have a hard time. Now, that being said, like, I mean, some of these I just have a feeling would be so lovely. So you have some of my favorite scents here featured. You have gold, moss would be a fun one. Velvet, I think, would also be a good one. You have paper. A lot of people love milk. I don't love milk all that much, but I think that these would be very fun. Very fun. They look beautiful, sleek, modern. $85? No thanks. Also, I have to be honest, I used to be a candle hoarder. Technically, I'm still a candle hoarder because I have a lot of candles, but I haven't really been purchasing many candles. I used to buy a lot of candles, a lot. I tend to burn them more in the wintertime, but honestly, this winter I just haven't even been burning them as much. So I sort of like stopped the purchasing because it was getting ridiculous. I'm like, listen, if the zombie apocalypse happens, we're gonna be smelling good up in here for quite a while because I have all these candles. We have a Valentine's-ish launch from Bella Beauty Bar. I have not tried that brand. We have the Morally Gray. So you've got the palette, a 9-pan, and then a highlighter and, oh, 2 highlighters and a loose pigment. I'll tell you what, I'm done with the loose pigments. Somebody tagged me recently in a Carla Cosmetics, I think, giveaway, and those pigments look amazing. Like, they just look so great. But I was like, you will not use them. I know that you won't, Kelly. Don't even enter the giveaway. Let somebody who will use them end up winning it. But I just know I'm not gonna use those pigments. So this palette actually looks very pretty. Like, looking here at the swatches, do I feel like I have most of these shades? Yes, I do. Or I could come very close. $42 for a 9-pan is also not inexpensive, so I'm gonna pass on that. But if you love a like pink and gray combo, I mean, clearly I do, by the way. I have my I Love Coffee shirt on. This could be cute. All right, is this palette from Fantasy Cosmetica a new palette? It's really interesting because this is the Monk palette, by the way. I feel like this color story is very fall. Like, this is not what I would expect to see this time of year, which makes me wonder. Jamie just said that the palette and perfume are available now. There would have been a time in my life that I would have jumped at this. I mean, these warm tones are super pretty. It's just like right now I'm like, winter, that is not my vibe. Even going into spring, I don't really think that's gonna be my vibe. So I'm gonna pass. This is a brand though that I've had on my to try list for a while. Not just the eyeshadows, but the fragrances. So this is not the one for me to get, but I have been very curious about that brand. I've also heard that they have great candles. Speaking of candles, a new item from Vive, the Nova Glow Liquid Highlight in Ballerina. So this is a liquid highlighter. It looks to be in a like pearlescent pink tone. Here's the thing. I was very kind of interested in Vive. I used to follow Jamie Genevieve a lot, and I just had a less than stellar customer service experience with the brand, and then I just kind of like, And a couple of things that I've tried that friends have given me, like, hey, do you want this to try? I've just been like, so. The one palette that a friend had given me, it was decent. The other thing though, I mentioned in a video that I had put something on my skin and my skin was super itchy. It was this. It was this Skin Perfecting Radiance Primer. And I put it on the one day and my skin was just super itchy. So I'm glad that I saw this because I'm going to probably just end up getting rid of this. It could even be honestly expired at this point. But I was just like, well, don't like it. So this is just a brand, you know, while I am absolutely willing to give any brand a second try, if it's just like kind of like a sort of like a one-off thing, you know, I mean, there are some certain mistakes that brands have made or things that they've said that it's like hard stop. But if it's just like, it just wasn't that great of an experience, I'm always willing to give someone another try. But there also are just so many brands out there, especially when we're looking at, you know, $31 for something that looked like around this price or this size. That's kind of expensive. So I just haven't been that drawn into Vive. And honestly, I haven't heard anyone talking about the brand in quite a while. If you've gotten anything recently or you're still using your Vive and loving it, let me know. Okay, I just have to give a nod to the Lancome packaging here. The Trésor Vanille Noir. This is available in France right now. So this is obviously like a flanker to the Trésor, and this packaging is just, it's so pretty. I have a feeling though that it's one of those because clearly it's not gonna like sit on its point, so it probably like lays on the side, but sounds interesting. A leathery black vanilla. But as we get down here, we have rose, oud, bourbon vanilla. So, you know, I mean, things that have vanilla, oud, and rose in them. There are so many Middle Eastern fragrances that you can get for like pretty inexpensive that those are some pretty key notes. So I'm gonna pass, but I do think that this bottle is really beautiful. Okay, one item that I have been enjoying. I went through a stage where I was like super into it, and then I got out of it and I've kind of been getting into it again, is lip liner. Now, I probably have more than enough lip liner, but I just have found as I get older, my lip, like right now, I have on a product that I can't talk about, but mostly I just popped on a little bit of a lip liner around the edge just to define my lip, because without it, it just didn't look quite as finished. It didn't look quite as finished. By the way, this eye look, I probably have either here in a short if I was able to fit it in, or it's over on Instagram at Keep Beauty Real. If you do want to see, I will have 2 looks using the palette that's here. So check that out if you'd like to. But regardless, the makeup now is like just a little bit of lip liner made such a difference and just makes me feel put together. So here I'm seeing that Rhode brought out some peptide lip shape lip liners. So lip shapers. They have a collection of 11 shades. I see a lot of nudes. I really appreciate that they go pretty dark as well. So gotta love an inclusive like nude range. And then you also have some pinky and plummy tones. Obviously there's nothing here that is like a super saturated color, but that's not really like the Rhode vibe, you know? That's just not the aesthetic of the brand. I think that these are perfect for them. How much are these? Can't see. I'm not going to be buying any lip liners anyway, but I have to give a nod to the brand for doing some great colors. We have some lip glaze oil plumpers from Moira. I still have not tried anything from Moira other than the ombre blushers, but I do think that they do a beautiful job with their packaging. Oh, the only thing about these is they have ginger in them. So you have peptides, you have ginger for like that heated plumping effect, and then hyaluronic acid. I'm kind of over the plumpy, stinging kind of stuff. Especially just, I know it's just not that great for your lips. Like if you are irritating your lips, it's just not that great. So usually I don't do it unless I have a product that I've had for a while that I just love the color of. So these are gonna be a pass for me. Interesting. These Sephora Collection Colorful Blush Glazes. So in my favorites last month, I just talked about this that I pulled out of my Shop My Stash, the Nabla Skin Glazing. These look like very much like a dupe between the like slightly pinky clear plastic and the like shimmery effect. These are feeling like duping the vibes. There is a plum one in here that's very pretty, but nothing that I certainly need. How much are these? Can't see. I'm sure they're, you know, if it's Sephora Collection, it's probably relatively inexpensive. But if you have the Nabla Skin Glazings, you don't need one of these because I feel like it's very much the vibe, but kind of interesting. Again, Sephora Collection. I tell you what, y'all, I will be surprised if I purchased from Sephora 3 times last year in 2024. I would be surprised. I just sort of like tuned out. So I definitely haven't been seeing what's been going on with their own brand. Speaking of brands that have been on my list, Cosmic Brushes. So the Lover's Palette is obviously available. It's probably sold out at this point. Too many blues in there for me to buy. Pretty. Also, like, here is the thing. This is why I am just having a hard time. Do any of you, I'm going to put the swatches right here, and I'm not saying that this palette doesn't look pretty because it really does, but do any of you see a color in here that we haven't seen yet? Honestly, I feel like we've even seen color combinations like this. This is why I am kind of like about most releases. I don't know. If there's something that you're really excited about and you think I need to check out, leave it down in the comments because I would be excited to be excited. I am just feeling quite jaded. Okay, this fragrance. So I have no idea. The Andrea Mac brand. So Pavilion, a Hypnotic Rose Oud. Here we go. So it has warm amber, saffron, and candied rose petals. But like rose and oud, I feel like rose and oud are like having a comeback here. And I think it's kind of because that Middle Eastern vibe has been really, really popular. I don't know if some of these other brands are just trying to get on that. I could be wrong.
Want to smell amazing this Valentine's Day? Meet Pavilion, a warm, sensual base of amber, saffron-spiced oud, and elegant patchouli sprinkled with candied rose petals. Deep, dark, bold, and powerful, Pavilion is your perfect Valentine's scent.
Well, I don't know, the accent makes it sound fancy, that's for sure. Okay, Noise has released solid fragrances. This is pretty interesting. I do like to be able to like layer those especially, but anytime you have something like a solid, it's going to be more concentrated than usually an EDP or an EDT especially. And so it's just a great way to like get longer lasting scent, especially in the wintertime when our skin is so dry. So this is really interesting. I'm wondering, 42 bucks a piece. I mean, you know, you're getting a small concentrated amount most likely. Now, I have actually not smelled any of the noise scents. I believe they're at Ulta now. I really need to go in store and maybe smell them, but this could be really great if you find that you have a hard time getting scents to last, and if you're like me and you're lazy and putting like a whole bunch of lotion on. Like in the winter, I should probably be better about it because my skin is so dry. But like, listen, to take the extra time to like slather myself in a scented lotion to then layer on top of, I just usually don't do it. I will do a body oil on occasion if I have the time on the weekends for that like luxe experience. This would be a way to like get some of that longevity in a lazy girl's way, and I'm all about that. But I gotta go check these scents out. If you've tried one that you like, let me know. Okay, I actually saw when these were launching, and I thought that this was so fun because I know that there is a group of people that just love their colored mascaras. I have never tried anything from Glisten Cosmetics, but we're talking about 11 shades of mascara. That's pretty impressive, and there are definitely some fun ones here. Colored mascara is one of those things that like, it just isn't my aesthetic much anymore, but like what I think I want out of a colored mascara is not usually what I get. But these do look pretty fun. If you've tried one, because I know that they're out now. If you've tried one, let me know. All right, can I be honest? Lunar Beauty, I didn't even realize that this was still a brand. I feel like lip oil was the thing that like everybody released in 2024, and I feel like it's continuing into 25. Now, granted, I have some seriously dry lips and I do love a good lip oil, but I just feel like everybody's doing it. And honestly, Lunar Beauty has just never really like drawn me in. So maybe that's it. Okay, another expensive candle. So I will be honest, you all know, well, you might not, but now you do. I really enjoy the Heretic perfumes that I have. Like, I really enjoy them. So Heretic Parfum is a fragrance house that I think that just does slightly niche, as in like a little different than what you're going to get elsewhere. They do it very well. I have wanted to smell the Nosferatu scent. It sounds very, very lovely. It had, let's see, petrichor and lilac, I think, ambrette. I'm just kind of like going down here. Cypriol, orris, ambergris, oud, labdanum. Okay, so I wanted to try the scent. Sorry, I just saw the price here. They just released a candle. I have not smelled the scent. I really should have tried to somehow get a sample. But the candle, y'all, 6.5 ounces for $175. If I'm spending $175, I am going to buy a scent. Not something that I'm going to light on fire and it's going to be gone. A+ for the packaging, but okay, I'm just going to mention this because I actually really like these. I have one somewhere, and I do really like these. The glossy lip balms from Rare Beauty. So these are the, like, they're not a lip gloss, they're more a little bit balmy. Here's the thing. Catrice used to make these like powerful 5 liquid lip balms. They were a very good close dupe. I can't get these anymore. This just has that, like, again, balm gloss hybrid feel. These ones are like a little satiny. They just feel so nice on the lips. There's a new shade, not one that I'd probably pick up. It's a pale pink. For 20 bucks, I would snag one of these on sale if I needed something like this, but I do really like this formula. So if you love a good pale pink, this might be your thing. If you haven't ever tried them, like, swatch one in store and see. They have a really nice texture. All right, another glossy, balmy thing, the Fenty Gloss Bomb Sticks High Shine Gloss Stick. So these are a glossy medium pigment lipstick. So, I mean, they've got some pretty colors. I think, of course, you know that I'm drawn to Fussy. I do love that shade, but I think the hot chocolate is always very pretty too. But I have so many glossy, balmy things in my life. I don't need any. I mean, the tones of this are all very pretty. At first, I thought they do kind of look like they have shimmer to them. Yeah, they've got a little shimmer. I know, like, the gloss bombs, those have luminescence to them, but not glitter. These do look like they've got a little flake of glitter, which is a no for me. So I'll save my money there. Not that I'm going to be buying anything anytime soon as far as it comes to like lip products. Okay, here's a product that in description I'm very intrigued by, but when I look at the reel, I'm slightly disinterested. So Danessa has sort of like peaked that a radiant version of the Yummy Skin Blurring Balm is coming out. But in the up close in the reel, it looks like you see little shimmer. Maybe it wouldn't come off glittery, but it does look like it's got like a little shimmer to it. I like a good glow, but I don't want shimmer. Also, you know that I have 3 blurring balms that I need to get through, so I won't be buying this, but I am intrigued. It will be a, hopefully I could like touch it in store and feel it. Otherwise, it would definitely be a pass anyway. Okay, this sounds really good. I have not smelled any Brown Girl Jane scents, but Casino sounds good. Espresso affogato, golden rum cake, and almond foam. Think espresso martinis on a girl's night out, dark, alluring, and impossible to resist. If you've tried any scents from this brand, please let me know. I have not yet, but this is one that I would like to sniff. Let's talk about these About Face holographic eye paints. So I would be curious to swatch these out. They sound very intriguing. You know I love my About Face, but I love the matte ones. The shimmery ones that I have, they seem to dry out really fast and they have like an almost like moussey texture. These look more liquidy. I'm imagining that they're going to have these at Ulta. Yes, it looks like they do. I might have to go in and swatch 1 or 2 of these. You know I love a good liquid shadow, just to kind of see the colors and everything. We'll have to see, but like the other formula, it's so moussey and it just dries out. So if they're like that, I'm not interested. Here they look liquidy, but so did the other ones, to be honest. So I'll have to take a peek. All right, it looks like we have some new nude sticks. We have both in the, let's see, they call, I think the Bloom are the dewy ones, and then the matte are obviously matte. That is a product that I used to really like, and I had one that I pulled out recently, and I put it on, and I just felt like it picked up what I was wearing underneath. So that was like a little disheartening. I have to say the shade, let's see, which one is this? It's like this like lavender lilac love. That is very pretty. That going into spring could be so cute. It's going to be a pass for me. How much are these? 35 bucks. I have so many blushes, but if you like that formula, these colors look very pretty for spring. I'm just kind of like, it's not a need. All right, I have heard good things about these Kulfi lip oils, and it looks like we have a shade extension. Again, I do not need a lip oil anytime soon, but I really like those 2. Like I like the, let's see, we have Guava, which is okay. I have shades that are similar to it. Then we have Sweet. It says it's a cool dusty pink, but it looks like it has like a little bit of neutrality to it to me. And then the deep one, Fig. That looks super pretty. Although in a lip oil, I'm not sure. So they look very pretty. I've heard that they're great. I probably won't be buying one, but if these colors speak to you, I think that they look really pretty. Okay, I just really think I really like this packaging. I haven't even looked to see what the fragrance is, but the new Billie Eilish, Your Turn. Let's see what we've got here. So top notes of bergamot, peel, cardamom pod, and fresh ginger. Heart notes of velvet peach skin, night blooming jasmine, and coconut water. Base notes of sandalwood Australia, captive musks, and upcycled sylvamber. Sounds like an interesting combination. So you have like spiced and citrus at the beginning, then fruity, and then creamy musky at the bottom. This is definitely not blind buy worthy, I don't think. Like that could be dangerous, but I will have to get my nose on it, and I just think that the packaging looks pretty cool. All right, this is a product that I find maybe someone else has done it. Maybe someone else has done it. But this is sort of brilliant. So I was just talking about really enjoying a good lip liner. So Tarte has released their Maracuja Juicy Lip Stain Liners. So it looks like these are, well, it says lip blushing in a stick. Is it a stick? It kind of looks like a pen, you know, like a liquid liner pen. It is. It's a flex felt tip. Okay. This sounds, I mean, like the precision that you could get with that, if it does stain, that's interesting. And you could just use it as an outline. You could fill your whole lip. Okay. A lip stain and liner in one that defines, tints, and lasts. Lip blushing in a stick. Juicy color, juicy hydration. Won't bleed or budge. Transfer proof formula stays put. And if you're able to wear it with something, now anytime you add something like more oily or buttery over the top, it's probably going to break it down faster, but that would be really interesting. Okay. Let's see. So Ulta carries Tarte, right? I might have to look at these. This is really interesting. I feel like this is something different. This is the one thing that is sort of like intriguing me right now. So if another brand has done it, which maybe they have, but this definitely looks kind of interesting to me. Okay, so just a couple more scrolls up. Wet n Wild. Now, it's not quite as it's not the small tip that Tarte has, but they have a lip liner stain. Liquid liner stains for a natural, just bitten lip look. These are $5. I tell you what, like this looks interesting. Now the only thing is there's only 3 shades of these, but definitely something in there that I think everybody could enjoy. I'll tell you what, I might have to look into this. I might have to look into this. This is intriguing me. Okay, speaking of Moira, I saw these 3 palettes. These are the second part of the Celestial Eyeshadow palette launch. These are pretty. These are pretty. Again, I just have so much eyeshadow that I love. I truly do not see myself feeling like, oh my gosh, I've never seen that before anytime soon. So this isn't going to be what draws me in to finally try something else from Moira, but these palettes do look pretty. If you have tried their eyeshadow formula, let us know down below what you think. Okay, one thing that I will not be getting from Wet n Wild is the Mega Glitter Shimmer Liquid Lipstick. Oh, this is one of those where it looks like matte with glitter. Oh, Texture City, y'all. I am just telling you right now, no thank you. Yes, bold matte to glitter transformation. Nope, that's a nope. Wasn't this a thing a while ago? No, thank you. I'll pass. All right, we have some eyeshadow palettes that I won't be buying from Charlotte Tilbury. 9 pans for $60. I feel like Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadows are so hit or miss. Like, the formulas are not consistent. Yeah, that's it. The formulas are not consistent. This packaging is super pretty, but for $60, I'm gonna pass. Something that intrigues me are these cute little acrylic palettes. This one is from Artitude. I know that there are brands that have done them before. I'm sure also there are probably like Etsy people who will do these. Cute. So a 5-pan little like palette holder. No, it doesn't hold the palette, it holds the shadows and it becomes a palette. So these are £11.99. Cute, very cute. I will pass, especially with like shipping and whatnot, but very pretty. Especially if you like to create like a little mini palette, you might like that. That to me is a mini and I just don't do that very much, but cute. All right, the 7 Virtues, Sense and I've just never strongly connected to any of them, but after watching Jamie from Not Another Perfume channel, I know that she has some that she loves that I don't actually think that I've smelled. This one sounds interesting. So Clementine Dream. Okay, this has Fruity Cassis, Clementine, and Vanilla. I'm wondering, Jamie, if this is what I was hoping that Mont Blanc would be. Like, this kind of sounds like creamsicle-y. A little bit, maybe a little bit brighter. Like when I think Clementine, I think a little bit more pop of zest, but this sounds interesting. Something to get my nose on at some point in time, but nothing that, I mean, honestly, how much is it going to be? $94. Yeah, probably not something that I would end up getting, but worth a sniff, that's for sure. Okay, I am so excited. I am so excited. I'm definitely getting these. So I literally today was just watching my friend Natalia, her like final haul of 24 video, and she was talking about that little mini kit that Danessa Myricks did of the Yummy Skin Flushed Balms, and I was literally just like, I hope they bring back Red Velvet as like a full size, because that color looks so beautiful, and it does look like indeed there are going to be 4 new shades in the lineup. I am so very excited. Okay. So we have Red Velvet, and then we have Grape Soda. Is that a limited edition one that came out before? Might have to look. That looks gorgeous. Then we have Spiced Latte, also beautiful. That might have been the one that was in the little thingy, the kit. I'm going to have to check in because Natalia just swatched out whichever one that she had, and it kind of looked pretty warm. And then we have Creme Brulee. Very excited. Like literally, I could totally see myself getting all of these. I'm not going to lie. I love that formula. I love the products. Is it extra? Am I ever going to go through that much blush? Absolutely not, especially how concentrated these are. Very excited. Okay. Woohoo. See, I'm so glad that I saw this. I literally don't even know. I'm excited. Okay. I'm glad that I did this today. It was meant to be. It was meant to be. I'm also seeing a sneak here from RMS. I am thinking that they are releasing a eye makeup remover and a balm makeup remover just from these sneaks, which could also be very interesting. I don't need either of those things anytime soon, but I do love RMS, and the skincare that I have tried I've really enjoyed. So something to keep an eye on, but I literally have so much green clean up there that I don't need to be getting anything anytime soon. Ooh, sneaks from Blend Bunny. That's an interesting one. That is an interesting one. All right, I will be curious to see what's there. Nothing yet. February 21st is going to be when things are peaked, or when it's launching anyway. Curious. I'll be curious to see that one. I think that's a good place to stop. I'm just kind of like, yeah, that's a good place to stop. We've been here a while. I am going to thank you for hanging out with me through this. Honestly, this is the most excited. I know it's not that big of a thing. It's shade extensions in products that I'm already enjoying, and like lip stain pens that I need to look into. I don't know. I was just saying, I don't really need a lip liner, but that's a little different. You know, like a lip stain pen. Very curious. All right, lovelies, if there's anything that I was looking at that you're really intrigued by, let me know. Otherwise, if you have something you're like, Kelly, I can't believe you haven't heard about blah, 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 please let me know, because I've been out of the loop and sort of disconnected, but this was kind of fun to sort of like get excited again. So thanks, lovelies. I hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to give it a like, and I will see you really soon.